Dave Snyder here. It is the third evening of December 2014, and this is a zoomed-in image of this weather pattern that's in the Pacific right now. Let me just show you here. Back it off a little bit. It's right dead center of the Pacific, right here. Okay, and as soon as I seen this image, I mean, not just because it was round, but there's features in this weather pattern that point to Schrodinger immediately, like that big circle right there. I'm going to show you right now. So I'm going to zoom it back in, get the best detail I can get. Use my snipping tool. I'm going to snip it out of there. Okay. And I'll save it as whatever. Let's see, whatever. I already got it up there. I'll save it as W. Perfect. Alright. Go to Google Earth. And what I'm going to do with it on Google Earth, I'm going to overlay it over a picture of the lunar South Pole, Schrodinger. Just a second. I had all this stuff marked and my computer crashed. I'm getting so tired of this shit. Seriously. Okay, so where am I here? Oh. Down here. Lunar South Pole. Not that one, this one. Okay. So let me turn off this background here. And we'll look at this picture of this crater. Let me just point out a couple areas that I've seen in this picture a bunch of times, and that's, see the circular pattern right there? Look, right here. See that? Or actually the whole thing, really. This whole thing. See the whole thing right there? The whole circular pattern right there? Okay, well, that's something. And we can see some things over here that look like that weather pattern. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to overlay it in that picture. And I'm just going to put it in just like this because I think it goes. See the circle now? Right there? See that? That circle right off the edge? Beautiful circle right there. I'm going to put it just like the weather pattern was, pretty much. Set right in there. Oh, pictures. Nope, not that one. Circle. Right. Sometimes it's hard to see. You move it around, it starts to get hard to see when you get that one like this. Actually, it's this whole area right here, you'll see. Right there, I'd say. That's it. Look at that. You see that's in the right place. You can see something right there. You can see, look at that, watch. I mean, you can see that that's the same thing. Come back here, you got this little thing kicking off the side at the same exact, right where it should, right where it's supposed to. You see that? And then this goes right where Moscow, this is what hits Moscow right here, this thing in this crater. That's right, this hits Moscow right here, on the Earth. This is, if you live or know anything about Russia, this is Moscow. The whole thing in Moscow, this goes right into it. Hits right there. And I'll show you that in a second. I'll show you something with that. Russia in a second. Yep, it goes in there. Watch. Overall. That's exactly how I seen it. It's just like that. I knew that it was going to fit in that little spot right there. It goes in there some way or another. No, it does. So, anyways, what else? Oh, Russia. I was going to show you Russia again. Just to show you again the shape of the borders of Russia. Let's turn on the borders of Russia. See this circular pattern in Russia right here? See that? It's circular. And there's like a big circle. These borders go round, and inside this circle there's a bunch more borders, but they're all inside like a circle shape right here. See that? Well, that's the same thing. That's Moscow is where I just showed you on that crater. That spot inside Schrodinger with it reversed over the Earth. It only fits if it's reversed. So that's a reversed image of the moon I just showed you. That's a reversed image of that Schrodinger crater on the Earth, or on the moon. And this is that weather pattern. And it's about that weather pattern is about the same size. Let's check. Weather. We'll show a little bit of it in Google Earth. Won't show much, but should be able to get a good idea. It's right there. Look at that shit. How garbage is that? See how it's the right size though? Let me tell you something. Google Earth, before when I first started doing this pattern right here, if I don't care, it would have shown this pattern a lot more detailed than this. Everywhere that I used to see this pattern was much more detailed in Google Earth. You would see it all over. But then I started making videos, a lot of videos, and they watch what you're doing on Google Earth, believe it or not. I mean, they do. I get my screen flashes all the time when I'm on Google Earth. It's just like they're taking screenshots or something. They learn from people learning. You know what I mean? We're learning, but they're learning a lot. They're learning a lot of shit. I mean, when people use this to research for looking for things, and they'll study you if you're interesting enough. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. Because there's always something that they may not have found. You know, and I'm telling you, this is something. That would have been detailed perfectly, because I've seen this crater right here perfectly in the weather so many times, and we still see it every day. It's just not perfect. That's that image. I had to catch that right there. You have to recognize those things when you see. You have to really look close at these craters and look inside and see. You know, I guess it's just from experience doing it a lot that you'll eventually, recall all that stuff. But there's the circular shape right there, that circular pattern. Let me bring that back up. Okay, so I should go a little smaller and go right inside that circle with that circle. That'd be better. See, I couldn't see it for a minute. I gotta wear glasses myself. My eyes are pretty bad. I got a bigger screen monitor, but I gotta get it working. Something's up with it. There. Then I'll put that spot right back up for Moscow, and it'll be perfect. Oh, yeah, that'll be perfect. Watch. Bring that a little bit this way, and just bump it that way, and it automatically fits all on its own. You see that? It's the right distance away from. It just falls right on that spot, and you can see I got that right inside the circle. That goes together. You can even see how this kicks out down the side. You can see that on the land and on the moon, if that's a real image of the moon. I mean, there's going to be differences in the weather, what the weather shows and what they show us in the pictures that they give us, for sure. But that's why NOAA and NASA are connected together. That's why, because they're trying to hide. It's their job to keep the moon lie alive. That's their job, because otherwise, if everybody finds out that that's all bullshit, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? If everybody finds out that's total, for sure, bullshit, people would lose trust in the government. Believe me, that'd be one thing that people would really, I think, be hurt over. You know what I mean? People would be pissed off about that if it came out big news that it was all phony and staged and fake. Oh my God, that would be something else. I would love to see that almost. Almost feel good. It would be like, oh my God, everybody finally. It's woken up. But there it is. There's that inside there. and they go together. I mean, you see this angle right here with this little thing, and you can see this angle on this. It's in the same place. It's all in the proper place. I know, and I know that's that circle. I know it is. Moscow there. And they start like last year. They would start out here, and go across the Pacific like this. I thought they were starting off right here, but this one right here is right on the middle. This weather pattern here. This over Hawaii, right in the middle of the Pacific, dead center. Look at that, dead center. And it's I don't know which direction it's heading, but last year there was the one they'd start here and at Guam and work their way over this towards the Philippines. But I don't know, maybe they started more over here. Seemed like. But these islands get things going. These underwater sea mountains, and this being the deepest place on Earth, this area is really active. The most I mean, I don't know. I can't say that because I don't know. I'm sure the ridges are more active, probably. I would think. Or they're, the whole Earth is just active. Let's just put it that way. Schrodinger. That's probably spun off from a Schrodinger crater out here somewhere. Or print. That's what it was doing last year. Anyways, I just want to point that one out. That's pretty good, I think. You see the circular pattern there? It's like a perfect circle with a circle in the center. Even see that? I still got a little too big, maybe. You see how like this half is like all filled in, and the bottom half's weaker. And look at this. Look at the circle. It's got like all this at this half right here. Here's the center of it, and here's you see it like this, right? Right there. And there it is. Look at that. It lines right up. And you see a lot of the same features in that weather that you do in that. Everything just happened to fall in place. You seen that? I just noticed that. I didn't practice that before I made the video, anything like that. I just brought that up there, and you see it just happened to fit really good. Well, that's because it does fit really good. All right. Everybody have a good night.